Hello and welcome to sportsbookreview.com. We are now previewing Europa League finals, Ajax versus Manchester United. Now, it's been no secret that Manchester United have put all their eggs into the Europa League basket. Will it pay off? They have been favourites since the beginning. Manchester United currently 1.83, those odds at Bet365. Is that the bet to take, Martin? What do you think?
That does look a good bet to me, yes. I think Man United will win it. They've been really just so focused on this. Mourinho has been obsessing over this game for weeks now. He's made like a real song and dance about how he's not taking any league match seriously. He's been resting players. He didn't even give a post-match conference in the last game. He just walked out and said, I have final to go to. So, yeah, I think they'll miss Zlatan Ibrahimovic, so it might not be a rout. I think he'll have like really obsessively pored over Ajax's players, and he'll set his team up perfectly to thwart Ajax. So I think it will be quite a dull game. I think it'll be relatively low scoring, quite tight, but I do fancy Man United to get the better of them. So I think Man United to win looks good. Just to get a bit more value, I'm looking at Man United to win and the under 3.5 goals, which I can get for 2.45.
All right, so we are going. Yeah, I think it's going to be an unders game. Alex, do you think Manchester United can get the job done and secure their Champions League position?
I think so, but I think that the game will be closer than the odds are suggesting. 4.75 for Ajax Amsterdam right now, it's huge. Okay, I'm not taking them, but I know that they will contribute on the scoreboard. So for me, the best odds that I can take from this match, both teams to score at 2.15 right now.
Wow, very nice, very nice. But doesn't play for that unders, does it? If we're looking at sort of a Manchester United and the under 2.5, but with Martin taking the under 3.5, that could cover. But great value there. Big man, do you think Manchester United can get the job done? And what do you think about that both teams to score bet that Alex has just given?
Yeah, I agree. I think Martin's breakdown was fantastic. Obviously, Mourinho has been, absolutely obsessed with this game, and it's been evident in their play lately. Like Martin said, they're putting their eggs in one basket here, and I think that's bad news for Ajax. Ajax is a nice side. I mean, Dolberg's been a really young, great scorer, but when you're putting all your eggs in one basket against a team like Man United with so many resources, it's hard to go against that. Ajax isn't a particularly great road side. I know this is a neutral site, but again, it's just not the same when they're not in Amsterdam. I think Man United's obviously a great power. Ajax is decent. They're coming up. They're starting to get a little bit more behind them than they were, in the 80s and the 90s. But yeah, I think at this price, a good price. You're getting good odds. You don't have to lay a particularly big amount. I think Man United will find a way to win. Rashford, and they still have plenty of goal scorers, without Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So, yeah, I think this one's pretty easy to me. Mourinho in this kind of situation, with all this time to prepare and putting his eggs in one basket, I think you have to take Manchester United. I think they get the job done here. As far as goals, I'm never interested in a lot of goals in Man United games. They're just obsessed, seemingly, when they score a goal to just kind of hang back. But yeah, I'll just play the side market here. I'll let the goals market up to these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I think that is a final, and we have to give both teams a chance. It's a final game where everything might happen. Ajax showed great football in this season Europa League. They scored even more goals than Manchester United with one, but they conceded twice as many as Manchester United. But they showed that they were really determined in all their matches. Their schedule was tougher than Manchester United one. So I think that they will come in this match to play their chance. Who knows? A final is a final, and it all goes down in this one.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, the mental pressure these boys must be under, to win as they put all their eggs. It's going to be interesting to see whether they succumb to it or whether it actually does sort of, put some fire into the game. Martin, do you think that the pressure might get too much for them?
I think there will be a degree of pressure there, but this is a very inexperienced Ajax side. They've got to the final with an average age of 22, whereas Man United have a very experienced team. They've already won the League Cup this season. They've got a lot of winners in the side. I mean, when you look that Paul Pogba just alone cost more than the entire Ajax squad combined, you're realising there's a bit of a gulf in class here. And I do think that they have enough players in their side that know how to get the job done. And I think Mourinho is a good man manager. I think he'll get them really up for this game, and he'll give them belief that they can go on and do it, that they've prepared to the nth degree, that he's put out the best side available to him, and that they deserve to be the champions of this competition. So I think they will play cautiously. I don't think they'll take too many risks. I think they will be afraid of conceding. But I
think the pressure is on them, because Ajax doesn't have anything to lose. They don't have anything.
That's what I mean on Manchester United.
Exactly, Manchester United. If Mourinho loses the trophy right now, he might get out of the team without. I don't know what to say. Really.
It could impact upon Man United's ability to sign players in the summer if they don't have the clout of playing in the Champions League next year. But they didn't play in the Champions League this season, and they already bought Paul Pogba. They got Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I think they'll stick with Mourinho for another year, regardless of what happens. There's pressure on both teams. It's a final, Man United should, if they don't win this, there'll be an inquest.
But the sheer arrogance of him to just give up, with 3 weeks left and say, we're not even going to worry about the league. I mean, what if you don't win this game? I mean, it's a total failure for this team. I mean, this is a world team. This is a team that, as far as Europe's concerned, I mean, every year is supposed to be relevant and winning a big league or something. Europa League's great and all, but you basically gave up and said, we're not even going to worry about that. We're just going to hope that we win one game in a coin flip. And Alex makes a great point. Nothing to lose for Ajax here. They have young players. They're not going to be scared of this matchup. But you mentioned it, the world class, kind of just better players overall should be enough here. But, it wouldn't surprise me if Manchester United comes in here, a little too high on themselves in this one and, gets, this one's in penalties late, and who the hell knows what will happen.
I think that despite having injury problems, I think that the approach of Mourinho was bad, because if you don't concentrate at all, if you don't focus at all on being in top 4 at the finish of your Premier League, and you focus only on winning the trophy on Europa League, if you don't do that, I think you will have big problems.
Right, listen, consensus here, Manchester United win. I like Alex's both teams to score. Their big man concurs, and I think Martin's tip ties it all nicely, really. Manchester United and the under 3.5 goals, maybe a 2-1 Manchester United. Let's hope for Mourinho and his boys, but let's wait and see. Also want to tell you, Bet365 are a massive fan of our shows, and they have given us £200 worth of bet bonuses. I'm going to put the link in the description box below, and basically it's for the Champions League final. You've got to predict the correct score. £50 goes to the first winner, and then £10 goes to the first 15 people who get. So basically you've got to predict the correct score with a tiebreaker of any time goal scorer, plus what time the goal is scored in. That's if it goes that far to really find out who's going to win. So if you want to participate, I'm going to do a promo video and put your bet underneath there. So best of luck with that. I hope that made sense. It is all in the link that I will send. Which will make it all seems a bit easier. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Thanks to you as well for your tips. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.